Hi everybody, welcome back to Regina's World. For those who's not familiar with who I am, my name is Regina. Right here in the heart of Las Vegas. On this channel we do story times and we do adventures of whatever I'm doing on the weekend. And today is Storytime Monday, so of course I gotta hit you with a good story time. And this is my experience with having a threesome. So if you're interested in knowing this part of my life, please continue to watch, subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below, and like, comment, share this video. And also, most importantly, follow me on my social medias, which is Keyshawn Voorhees Robinson on Facebook and Sleepless in LVNV on Instagram. Okay? Alright, so now let's get into this juicy video. Alright, so this story time again is about the time I had a threesome. My only threesome in life. So I'm gonna tell you all the good, the bad, and the ugly of having a threesome. So I had a threesome maybe like, I think it was around 2013 or 2014. It was a few years ago. I was in between two guys, my ex-boyfriend and this guy. So my ex-boyfriend was the good guy, you know, and I kept him in the back burner, you know, because he was a good guy and I didn't want to not mess with him. But the guy that I was seeing, he was the bad guy. And you know, that's always like that. The good guy finish last, you know. You don't want the good guy, even though the good guy do everything that you ask him to do and more. That's not the guy that you want. You want the guy who's impossible to tame, who don't want to act right, who you get to chase down, all that stuff. That's the guy that you go after. So that's the guy who I was going after and trying to date, even though I knew I don't supposed to be dating him. But I couldn't help it. He just was the bad guy. So he was a twin. And I didn't know he was a twin for a while until he brought me to his home one day. And twins are funny. Twins are interesting because you dating someone and then you have someone who looks exactly like the person that you're dating. So when I first met him, my brain, it was hard to calculate that, okay, he's a twin. I like him. Is it weird that I have this weird attraction to him too? It's like you have to differentiate that you're looking at a twin and you're not dating him, you're dating him. So the feelings that you have is towards him is just weird because this guy looked exactly like the one that you like and they have the same kind of attributes as each other, but that's not the one that you're dating. So eventually, you know, my brain was allowed me to accept this fact that no, you're not dating him, you're dating this one. So I used to hang out with him a lot, of course, because he was, you know, he was my boyfriend's brother. So I used to be with him a lot. And, well, I won't call him my boyfriend. I just call him somebody that I was seeing. He was somebody that I was seeing's brother. So I got to know him on another level. You know, we used to go in the house, drink. You know, they used to smoke their marijuana, their weed or whatever. And, you know, we used to hang out and all that stuff. So, you know, we used to hang. A little bit about myself, which would be complete in another video. I was never the type who, in my younger days, was ashamed, and still not ashamed of the person that I was sexually. I was very open about, you know, what I like, what I don't like, men and women, things like that. I never hid that part of my life. I'm very open about my, I guess you could call it sexuality. I consider myself straight. Well, I never named myself like I'm straight, I'm bi, you know. I consider myself, you know, experimental, fluid if you want. You know, I will date whoever that loves me, and if it's a female, great. If it's a male, great. You know, so in this particular time, I wanted to have a threesome. Like, I really did. I wanted to have one with a girl. I wanted to have one with a guy. It didn't matter. I wanted to have a threesome. So this particular time, it just happened to be with a guy, with two guys. And so, as I said, that he was somebody that was seen, and they moved into a loft. They moved into a loft on Martin Luther King and something, but I know it was on Martin Luther King, and it was a loft. It was a beautiful apartment, right? So I was going over there to see the apartment, and this was actually my last interaction with him before I left him for my ex-boyfriend. So I went in there, and I was going just to see the apartment, say hi to him, kiss him, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, me being me, tame the beast, and me, you have to have sex with me. Like, you have to have sex with me. I don't care who you are, you know, what, you have to have sex with me to keep me calm, to keep me in a sane mental space, to keep me from cheating. Number one, you have to have sex with me, because when my appetite for sex is like, you know, it really depends on how much I like you. Because if I don't like you that much, I'm not gonna have a lot of sex with you. But if I am head over heels in love with you or whatever, I want to have sex with you all the time. Like, I cannot get enough of that part of you and us sharing that part with each other. So I went over there again to go see the place and everything, and he showed me around, and we went up to the loft, and I was like, you know, I never had sex in the loft. And he was like, well, this is your opportunity. You wanna have sex? I said, well, yeah, let's do it. So I said, but your brother's downstairs. He said, so the fuck what? I'm like, you right, so the fuck what? So his brother was downstairs, and we started having sex, and he decided to put me over the edge. So again, it was a loft, and you look over the edge, you see downstairs. So he put me over the, I don't know what you call it, the banister or whatever. I don't know what you call it. The loft. He put me over the loft, and he was hitting it from the back, and I was, you know, was getting hit from the back, and his brother was looking me dead in my face like, damn, he is turning her ass up. So his brother decided to come up the steps, but not like completely. He thought I didn't know he was there. Like, he creeped up the step good enough and sat there. So when I noticed that he was there, I said, you don't have to look. You can join if you want. And he looked at his brother for approval, was like, can I? And his brother was like, well, shit, she said it's cool, so I guess it's cool. So I'm going to pause right there, and I'm going to talk about what it's like to having threesomes with two guys, okay? So, yeah. So, if you never had a threesome, it is not like the movies. I would just say that as a disclaimer. Have you ever seen the movie Motives with Shamar Moore and, what is her name? Golden Brooks. Golden Brooks from Girlfriends. If you never seen that movie, go watch it. Go watch it. Go stream it, because it's actually a really good movie. It's directed by Vivica A. Fox. Shout out to Vivica A. Fox. But it's a really good movie, and there's a threesome scene in that movie. And in that movie, it makes it look like a threesome is just so sexy, and that the lights was right, and the music was right, and everything. You know, that movie makes you like, oh my God, I can't wait to have a threesome. It's gonna be so sexy. It's not how threesomes really work. And I will also say, if I had a threesome to this day, which like that one, it was not planned, it was organic. That's kind of how I will approach a threesome to this day. You know, when you hear people say, you go to Vegas, you find a chicken, you bring them home to your hotel, never speak to them again. I don't like threesomes like that. I don't like them pre-planned. I don't like them like that. If I'm actually happen to be in a situation where we're all, you know, probably smoking or high or whatever, or drunk, and we feeling each other, and the mood is right, and you know something happened, then I'm all for it. I don't like it being like, okay, we're gonna have a threesome on Thursday. I just don't like that. Like, don't pre-plan it. Let it just happen. And that's when it's the most fun. So I used to have like fantasies before I actually had a threesome of my threesome, of what it was going to be like and who was going to be with, and I really, really, really wanted to experience one, right? So, so going back to it. So this is how it actually was. So the good part of the threesome was me, because I'm the prize. You know, I'm the female. They want me. I'm the meal. You know, come lick me, come touch me, come taste me. That's the good part. I was the meal. So I loved all the attention. I loved, you know, being kissed on one side, getting kissed on the other side, you know, feet getting rubbed, back getting rubbed, ass getting ate. You know, use your imagination if you never had one, okay? That was the good part. I was super excited about that. But then things changed because you actually have to do work. Now I would say back then in my 20s, yes, I was all for it because I had that stamina in my 20s. I can have sex for hours and wouldn't give a damn. You know what I mean? Get up and be like ready to do it again. In my 30s, finna be 36 next month, you're not finna get me to have sex for about an hour if I'm not on drugs. I'm just putting that disclaimer. I'm just saying that now. I'm not having sex for hours if I'm not on drugs. Who wants to be pounded on? If you're not in your 20s, you're gonna be like, girl, I will have fuck him all night. Yeah, that was me in my 20s. When you get in your 30s, that's not it no more. You don't feel like being pounded on for hours at a time. So in my 20s, this worked, okay? So imagine just having sex with one person. How long does sex last? Maybe like, depending on if it's good, how in a mood you are. Give and take 30, 45 minutes, right? So imagine having to do that twice. So when one is finished, you know, getting his off, you have to remember the mission isn't done yet because you still have another one to get off. And that could take another 30 to 45 minutes. And then that equals to how big their penis is. If they have large packages, can you imagine how sore you're going to be the next day because they didn't beat your shit up to smithereens? It's great to say, oh my God, I got fucked last night. You know, he fucked me like crazy last night, girl. My shit's so sore. Yeah, don't nobody want that in their 30s. Sorry, I don't want to be fucked to smithereens till my shit is sore like a motherfucker than it was like when I was in high school and in my early 20s. I don't want that shit, okay? I like fucking don't want to go pee because he done fucked your shit up he done fucked you so bad. You know, it's bragging rights for him, but your ass is sore as a motherfucker for the next couple days. And that's how it was for me because I had two well-endowed guys who lasted equally for about 35, 40 minutes apiece. And then the foreplay. Oh, God. The foreplay. Yes, so now the foreplay. Let's talk about the foreplay. So with you, since I was the meal, you know, it was great for me because, you know, what women don't, well, there actually is women, and I actually know a few who don't like oral sex. I don't understand it. I will never understand it for you women who don't like oral sex. Maybe y'all just never had it done properly before, but God bless you. Somebody needs to do it right for you. Because once you have it done right the first time, getting it done wrong is fucking impossible. Like, what the fuck is this? But anywho, so yeah. So when they was giving me oral sex, I was happy because one was eating, you know, giving me oral sex, and I was giving the other one oral sex. Like he was on, I was laying on the bed, my legs was up, one was in between my legs, and the other one was like kind of standing over me, and I was, you know, giving him oral sex. That was cool. But when it's like you have to return this, so let's say you are in doggy style and one is hitting you from the back, and I said they were well endowed. So imagine one, you getting hit from the back, and you want to scream, you want to holler, but you have a dick in your mouth, right? So you try not, you bouncing, you doing all this shit, you know, and you're trying to, you know, keep the momentum for this person going, and then you're trying to suck his whatever, and you trying, you know, trying to get this one off at the same time, and then you try not to bite his shit off, and then when you stop, you know, doing something for him because you want to focus on what's going on back here, then he come back over here and put his shit back in your face like you ain't finished over here. So he not the one standing over here like the weirdo just doing like this, watching YouTube, you know, getting it off. He's like, suck this motherfucking dick, bitch. You know what I mean? It is a lot of work. It is a lot of fucking work. That is the point that I'm trying to make. It is a lot of fucking work. And you're so exhausted, and you're so exhausted by the time you're finished, because what may work for one person may not work for the other person. So you're used to your guy, your main guy, and you know the right moves to get him off, you know the right positions to put him in if you want to make him nut or whatever. But this new guy don't know you at all, and you don't know this new guy, so you don't know how long this person's gonna last. You don't know what position you need to be in to make him satisfied. You don't know what you got to do. You might have to do extra stuff. He might not just like his, you know, his penis sucks. He might like you to jiggle his balls at the same time. You might need to put your balls in the mouth at the same time while you sucking it. He might like his ass lick. He might like a whole different type of shit than the one that you were fucking. So you have to fucking rise to the occasion and do what you got to do for both men. And it is a lot of work. So after it was over, I felt like I accomplished my goal. Like I had a threesome, and I was like, oh my God, that was in my 20s. Looking back, I had a lot of fun doing it. You know, would I do it again now at 35, 36, close to 40? I told you, I only do it if I was on drugs. And the person was right. The husband was okay with the situation or something like that. You know, but the situation has to be right for me to doing that. I'm just not going out to look for no extra dick to fuck on, because shit, I don't even like fucking him that long. Cause he likes to go round 2 rounds. By the second round, I'd be like, why? Like, like I still want some. For what? Do you didn't get enough the first time? like, I'm cool on all that. Like, fuck me good, one good time, and then just leave me alone. Like, all this extra, you know, I don't really even fucking need it. But for those, I still never went to the had sex with a girl. So I almost had had a threesome with a girl, but that didn't go as planned, because I thought the day was great, which was leading up to the moment we were supposed to all sleep together. But things took a turn when the girl told me that she had just had an abortion, and she was on her period from the abortion. And, you know, what was the point of you even, you know, what was the point? Like, enjoy the festival, enjoy the music, but what do you even, you know, like, what are we supposed to do with you now? Like, we can't have sex with you. You can't have sex with me. You definitely not going to have sex with him. You bleeding. I'm like, so what? And then she got mad. Another story time. But then she got mad. And I took her home. And then she got mad that I took her home because she wanted to be a part of it. But how was you going to be a part of it? You can't even have sex right now. Like, you just had an abortion. Like, who's trying to have sex with you right now? Like, but that would have been my experience with a female, and I was actually wanting to go there because of who the person was, but it just didn't happen for me with the female. But the male version, I just tell you, you know, if you want to have a threesome, just, you know, go ahead and do it for the experience. Have fun, enjoy your sex life. No matter how old you are, if threesomes is something that you like, that you enjoy, you know, go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. You know, you only live once. Do what you got to do. You know, make yourself happy. Make you and your spouse happy. Do what you got to do. But don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you are pressured into doing it, if you think you are trying to keep your man from seeing somebody else, if you think this is the way to, you know, I mean, whatever. If he's cheating on you and you trying to figure out a way for him to stop cheating on you, and you thinking and giving him a pass to have a threesome would, if you know, whatever it is, if it's not genuinely something that you want to do or something that you want to explore, do not do it, because it can turn violent, especially with two women and a guy. If this is her man and she's not that type of person who is like interested in women, and she's watching another woman who is kissing her man, and women can, while women is very territorial about their guys, husbands, boyfriends, whatever. And if that woman, the main woman, is not into females that way and is not used to sharing her man in that way, a threesome is not the way to go. I told my friend that too, because she actually wanted me to have a threesome with her and her guy, and I told her that too. If you never even kissed a girl before, you never interacted with a female, the last thing you want to do, if you don't even look at women like that, to invite another woman in your bedroom just to make your man happy, because that ain't gonna do nothing but cause rift and problems. I said, I will do it. I said, I will come and I will look sexy. I said, but the moment you feel uncomfortable, all you got to do is just say, Virginia, get your ass up out of here, bitch. I'm gone, because my friendship means more to you than having a threesome with your guy. I'm like, so I'm cool on that. I got invited to actually do several threesomes, actually. I'm like, but, another one, I didn't take it up. I actually wanted to do that one, but the guy that I was seeing was flipping out about it, and he just, so I just decided not to go to avoid any drama. But I really wanted to do that one. That was with this guy named Byron and his girlfriend that came in town to come visit, and they wanted me to have a threesome with them. And I was actually really interested, because Byron's somebody I used to date when I was younger. He's fine as hell, and still is, honey. I'm like, but yeah, so I missed out on a few, but I might in my next life or whatever, I might have the experience to do it again, to actually have that experience again and restart it again. But yeah, so in my next video, this was just a quick little video about my experience with a threesome. If you guys like this video, please thumbs up it, and like, comment, share, and subscribe to it. Let's talk about it. If you ever had a threesome, what did you do? What did you like about having a threesome? What you didn't like about having a threesome? Would you do it again? Let's talk about it. And follow me on my social media, again, like Keyshawn for Reese Robinson on Facebook, and Sleepless and LVNV on Instagram. Okay, peace out.